I just had some issues. Definitely not running how it should be, but I'm sure it's just gonna be. Good morning to y'all once again. Welcome to part 2 of the turbo video on the 86. So before we do any test driving, anything like that, obviously we're still waiting on the tune. But another thing, we haven't installed the injectors or fuel pump yet. So that's what I'm gonna be working on today. It's just me, no one else here to help me today. But yeah, injectors and fuel pump. And if I have time, I still do need to install my catch cans. So maybe we'll do that. But I already started on part of it. So before you work on fueling on this, any car I guess, you want to pull the fuse. For this car, it's going to be this 20 amp fuse right here. This second one, you can see it's slightly up if the camera will focus. Can't see, it's not going to focus, but that's the best it's going to focus. But that one right there, you're going to pull that one out, and then you're going to run the car, start it, wait till it dies. After it dies, just crank it a couple more times, and hopefully most of the fueling should be out of the fuel system. I would recommend just having paper towels or towels on hand in case fuel does leak out. That way you can just wipe it up right away. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that right now. We're gonna do the passenger side first, and then we'll go ahead and move over to the driver's side right after. So yeah, let's get this done. Little tip for y'all. So normally I believe it's this one. This bracket would be over this area, so obviously you got to take that off to get to the fuel rail and the fuel injectors. But not only was that there, but also this bracket right here, and it basically sits on the side right here. And with that being there, there's like literally no way to get to these bolts holding the fuel rail in, so make sure you take those out. It's literally just 2 10s. They are a little hard to get to because it's tight over here, but you got to just use a wrench, and then you got to work your way to getting them off, and then that way you can get to that bolt and that one right there. So little tip. All right, so I finally got the fuel rail off. Thing was a fucking bitch to get off just because the position of the bolts holding them in, but got them off. And then I also pulled out the injectors. I gotta show that. Got the stock injectors out. Once you pull these out, if there's fuel in there, that's when it will come out. Make sure you have something ready to soak them up. And then the stock injectors usually have this little O-ring on them that will get stuck in there, so make sure you just have a pair of pliers. You can just pull them out with it. There you go. Pull those out. I would clean it up if it's a little dirty. Mine has some like dust around there. I'm gonna clean it up and then go ahead and put the new injectors into the fuel. Alright, so I went ahead and finished up the passenger side as well as the driver's side, just because it's essentially the same thing. I would say on the driver's side, the fuel bracket is a lot harder to get out since you have all the fuel lines running here. To make it easier on myself, I just disconnected the ones that were in the way. I believe it should be this one that's in the way, this other one down here that's in the way. It may look a little different because I do have a flex fuel kit, keep that in mind. This one was in the way, as well as these 2 lines right here are connected to the fuel rail, so you're gonna have to disconnect those as well. But once you do that, everything else is the same. So now that we got all the injectors installed, we're gonna go ahead and start working on the fuel pump. Low-key, little tight area. Working in the car, it sucks because the car is so small, but we're gonna go ahead and try to figure it out, and hopefully I can still film while I'm there because it's gonna be fucking tight. But I think I got it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take off the seat on the driver's side. I believe that's where the fuel pump is, at least on the old gen, so hopefully it's the same on this one. But we're gonna take the back seat out, and then fuel pump should be under, and then we're gonna go ahead and replace it with the new Walboro 485 fuel pump. Let's go.
A few moments later.
All right, so I left off on working on the fuel pump, as you guys saw, and it's gotten to a point where I just had some issues after issues after issues, so I just did it. It's back in now. I have to tighten it with this little top piece on still. But some tip you guys should follow. One of them, the big mistake that I had was I had a full tank. You should have like very little gas in your, maybe not very little, but not a full tank, because once you loosen this piece, gas will start coming out, and that was not fun. It started dripping out, and then literally right under this is outside of the car, so it's just dripping out into my garage, so I had to clean that up. But I don't think many videos show this. Like, you can find it on forums and stuff, but it's kind of confusing. But let me show you guys real quick. If you are in a situation where you need to drain the fuel of your second gen 86, it might be the same on the first gen, I'm not sure, but if you're in that situation, then here's a little trick for you. So basically, as you can see, there's I have this wire right here going to the fuse box, this black one. That's That's like a fused relay, I believe it's called. But essentially that's what runs the fuel pump, and it disconnects the 12-volt power and connects it as it needs it. So basically if you just put a wire on one side and then plug it into the other side, it just constant power going through. This is what it looks like, by the way. This is what you're gonna be taking out. This little one of these little white pieces. If you look on the diagram, it says like C open or something. That's the fuel pump relay. So yeah, you're gonna run just one wire on this side and then the wire on the other side of this one. And then once you turn on your ignition, fuel will literally just start coming out. It's gonna come out of this fuel line right here. It's the one that connects up top right here. That's just what it comes out. So make sure you have that in like a gas can or something. Collect your fuel. But yeah, it'll literally just start pumping out. And I pumped out about a gallon in not even that long. So that was really helpful. It took a lot of research to figure that out, and honestly kind of guessing, but that's how I did that. And then as far as switching out this fuel pump goes, honestly there are videos of that on YouTube. I think most of them show the first gen, but it's essentially the same exact thing. You do the same steps. The only difference is with the Walboro 485, the kit that it comes with, there's a metal spacer that you would put on this ring just because the actual fuel pump is bigger, so it doesn't really sit in there perfectly. So it comes with the ring that you can put in here as like a spacer. You're not going to put that on the second gen. It doesn't fit on the second gen, and I heard from JDM themselves that they don't use it on their car because it doesn't fit and you really don't need it for this car. I don't know why exactly, but that's what it is. So that doesn't have it. Just don't even try to tinker with that. Maybe they'll update it in the future for their kit, but as of now you don't need it. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this little thing back on there, you know, tying it down, and hopefully everything runs good. Plug everything back up and you should be good. We're gonna go ahead and test it after. Stay tuned for that. All right, y'all, so don't mind the car that's on over there. As you guys saw in the last video, my car's got battery issues, but I have it plugged up to the car right now on jumper cables. Now we have enough power for this, and then I'm flashing over the new tune for the upgraded injectors, fuel pump, and then obviously the turbo kit. Just waiting for it to do its little test to make sure the car will be good to tune on over while we wait. And yeah, so many fucking, we got error codes on error codes over here, fucking Christmas trees. All right, got the car tuned onto the new map, or new tune I guess, and we're gonna go ahead and do a start. Here we go. Not running how it should be, if you guys can hear. I gotta log it and then send over the log to Flores, so I'm gonna log it real quick. That does not sound right, but I'm sure it's just because, you know, everything is so new and all that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and log it and then I'll get back to you. Alright, so there y'all have it. That is part 2 to turboing the GR86. Part 3, I think in the installation part I talked about driving it in part 2, but that's obviously not happening. So part 3 will be, hopefully, I'm praying that we're able to drive it. It runs good, you know, make some boost, and then from there on we'll just see how much we make. At some point, I think me and Derek both plan on putting it on the dyno just to really see accurate numbers, but we'll figure out what butt dyno says first, and then from there we'll move forward. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Hopefully this video helped you on installing injectors and fuel pump on the second gen. Obviously my first time, I fucking had so many issues and problems that I didn't think about, but knowing that now, I feel like it's honestly pretty easy. Derek says it's super easy, only take blah blah blah, but that's because he's done it, and Derek is a little more mechanically inclined than I am sometimes. He just thinks more, but also just do your research and it should be a lot easier. I kind of just go into it, you know, trying to figure it out on my own, but that's just the way I work. But yeah, hopefully this helped you a little bit. Follow those tips that I said. I'm sure there's other things that will help that I didn't mention, but I can only do so much, y'all. If you like this video, press that like button, subscribe to the channel, it really helps out. You know, if you enjoy the content, go look at our other videos or future videos. If you like all of them, that's great. Subscribe, comment down below what you think this car is going to push horsepower wise. Check out Derek's car. His car is fucking sick. That car moves. I'm gonna be better. I'm always better. Derek, if you're watching this, I'm better. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.